Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This is my final Namibia vlog, and on this vlog I'm going to be talking about travel requirements to Namibia, how much I spent, places I stayed and what they cost, the culture shock in Namibia, why I went to Namibia and so forth. I've jotted a lot of things down on my phone, so if you see me looking down, I'm looking down on my phone. Welcome again to my YouTube channel. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell. You know, on this channel we trade and travel with Mavi. So for the travel requirements to Namibia, it's kind of a lot, but it's not so much. As a Nigerian, you need to apply for a visa before you go to Namibia, and this application is not done online. You have to fill a form, go to the embassy in Abuja to submit your form and get your Namibia visa if you meet the requirements. So I'm going to be telling you what the requirements are. You're going to fill a form in capital letters. Your international passport is the document you need. You need a current passport photograph. Also, you need a travel insurance. You need a proof that you've already reserved your flight. But in my case, I actually did book my flight. It gives you a better chance to see that your money has already been invested on the trip. Then you need a proof of where you are going to stay. You need a letter of introduction of yourself and also what you're going to be doing in Namibia. You need that kind of letter to apply. You also need an invitation letter from a tourism company in Namibia. That's if you're going for tourism. But if you're going for business, you need a letter from the company inviting you. I was going for tourism, so the tour company sent me a letter stating that they are the ones receiving me and hosting me for the period I'm going to be in Namibia. You also need a letter from your company if you are working and a bank statement. You need that for your Namibia visa. For me, let me give you a trick now. For my visa, I actually did not go to the embassy. They have a non-appearance type of visa, but that requires more documents, letters, and all of that. So the company that did that for me, I stay in Port Harcourt. Flying to Abuja and back would have been more expensive for me. So I used a tour company that is based in Abuja to have it done for me. So I did the non-appearance, which cost me 180,000 as at the time I did mine, and that was about $200 for the visa. It was cheaper than traveling to Abuja. She did that for me. But if you're applying by yourself, it's going to cost you just $100 to get your Namibian visa. Sure. That being said, now let's talk about how much the trip cost. Hey God, Namibia is expensive. Traveling within Africa is so expensive. From next year, I'm going to be looking at traveling around Europe because it's a lot cheaper. First off, for my trip, for my Namibian tickets, because I did Lagos to South Africa to Mauritius, then Mauritius back to South Africa to Namibia, it costed me $750 for the Namibian leg. I did a body trip with my friends for about 4 days. Then I joined a group, which is CY Travel, is a tour company from Ghana. So I joined them. That one I paid $1,600 for a group trip in Namibia. For my accommodation, total came out to $576. I was sharing with someone for the very first day, 4 days we were in Namibia. I was sharing with someone, so that's the total. For car rentals and the driver, I spent $360. In Namibia, you have to rent a car. The public transport system is not great, so you need to get a car as the locations are really far from each other. Every third destination is in a different city. So you have to travel for like 5 hours to get there. So you have to rent a car, you have to buy petrol, you have to pay for the driver. So for the car rentals, it was about $360 for 4 days. And I shared with Leah. Then for fuel, we spent a total of $280. My share from that was $140. For SIM card and data, I spent $16. Food, drinks and tips, I spent $264. And there's a catch here. When you buy food in Namibia, tipping is a must. So that's that. Then for shopping, I spent $54. I'm not sure you want to hear my total. Even me, when I did the math, I'm like, how did I spend so much money in Namibia? So my total in Namibia came out to be $3,870, which was 4.5 million as at November last year that I traveled to Namibia. The first thing that shocked me in Namibia is a dollar, like one United States dollar cannot buy you a bottle of water. Water is scarce, water is expensive in Namibia. Then also in Namibia, you can spend the South African rands, just in case you are doing a combination trip from Namibia to South Africa. You already have rands from South Africa, yes, you can spend it in Namibia. Himba tribe was a shocking experience. I think you must have seen that video. If you have not seen it, please go back and watch that video. In this 21st century, this modern day, we still have people that do not wear clothes out and they are still living in... Just go and watch that video. That's what I'm going to say. I mentioned earlier, every tour location is so far from each other. It's like 6 hours, 5 hours. That's already been said. That was a culture shock for me. You can drive for hours without seeing a soul on the road. You will drive before you would even see people. The country is almost empty. My first impression was like, where is everybody in Namibia? Like, where did they all go to? The country is not so populated, so, and they have very vast land space, so it's almost empty. But trust me, Namibians are very friendly people. They are very friendly. They are always very helpful. That was good for me. They are also very hospitable. Do you know that in Namibia they don't have bidets in their bathrooms? I'm so used to using bidets, but I could not find any in every single accommodation that I stayed. And I stayed in almost 6 different hotels, from luxury to budget to campsites, but I didn't find any. And the tissue paper, I know someone might say tissue paper, yes, I pay attention to even those tiniest details. The quality of the tissue paper feels like paper, paper. It is strong. Is the United... Have you bought... I don't know if you've ever gotten rose tissue paper from the United States of America. That is the same quality of tissue paper they use even in the tiniest places in Namibia. Another shocking experience for me was the local Namibian meals are not readily available in restaurants, in fast foods, and all of that. It is not. You have to go to popular places like Windhoek. You have to go to Swakopmund before we could find a local Namibian restaurant to have our meals. It's mostly shops with snacks and pastries that are readily available. Namibians, they love meat. They like game meat. They eat zebras. They eat ostrich. They eat giraffe. They eat oryx. Oryx is like their favorite meat. Just the way we have cow meat in Nigeria, for them is oryx. I'm like, why are you eating a giraffe? Why are you eating a zebra? But they do that in Namibia. I didn't eat any of that. I only had the oryx and it tasted like beef. That was fine. Namibians like very soggy chips. I thought Zanzibar had soggy chips, but you see Namibia, they are the highest in the hierarchy of soggy chips. They like very oily and soggy chips. Then it was so hard to find rice. The day we got to eat rice was at Moonstone Lodge, and we celebrated eating rice after 7 days of being in Namibia. Rice is not easy to come by. For a fine dining in Namibia, you must tip the waiter. It's a must. And it is 10% of your total fee. That means for a fine dining, if you spend $100, you will tip the waiter $10. Another thing I forgot to mention, Namibia uses, like, their currency is called Namibian dollar. It's not the US dollar they use. They use Namibian dollars, which is 1 United States dollar is equals to 18 Namibian dollars. So that's it for my shocking experience. Then why Namibia? I went to Namibia because it is not a country that most people look forward to visiting. The tourism in Namibia is just coming up, and they have so much to offer, from the deserts to their beaches and all of that. They have a lot to offer. They are the second country that have the Sandwich Harbor, where the desert meets the sea. They have so much, but I don't think they are doing a lot of marketing with their tourism. So that's one of the major reasons I went to Namibia. So I'll be able to show you guys why you need to visit Namibia. This brings me to the final part of this video. Places that you must see in Namibia. You must visit the capital city, which is Windhoek. You must visit that city. Then when you are at Windhoek, please make sure you visit the Independent Museum. You visit the cathedral. It's just by the Independent Museum. Then you visit the markets. That's for Windhoek. The other city you should visit is Swakopmund. See, I'm talking about Swakopmund smiling. Swakopmund is the German city of Namibia. Swakopmund is beautiful. They have dunes, they have water. So every single thing that you want is in Swakopmund. That's actually my favorite city. That's why I went to the fine dining restaurant, the Jetty restaurant that is over the sea. I posted that in my Namibia vlog, so please check it out. Another place you should visit is Soso's Flay. Soso's Flay is where you have the dead flay. That's the dead trees that are still standing for over 900 years. Like, it is a big tourist attraction. You cannot go to Namibia and not visit there. Please, if you are in Soso's Flay, please stay at Desert Grace Lounge. That place is beautiful. It is beautiful. The hospitality there was great. So if you're ever there, stay in that place. Then I think those are like my top 3 places you should visit whenever you're in Namibia. So thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for watching every of my single Namibia vlog. If you've not seen others, go back to my channel and check them out. See you on my next adventure. Bye guys.